Hello students, today we will discuss about JEE Mains 2015 physics paper. Now we will discuss all the questions one by one. Okay, let us start. Students, let us solve the next question. Question number 19. The question says two coaxial solenoids of different radii carry current I in the same direction. So we have a solenoid like this. This is solenoid, and there is another solenoid. The axis of the solenoid is like this. This is the axis of the solenoid, and another solenoid is placed coaxially with this. It might be something like this, something like this. Of different radii, as you can see, the radius are different. The red one I have drawn with a bigger radius, and the blue one is having smaller radius. So if I draw just one part of this, the front view, you will have like this. This one is for the outer solenoid, and this is for the inner solenoid. Okay, now they have different radius. Now the question is, let F1 be the magnetic force on the inner solenoid. So on this, the current is in the same direction, so I'll say that this is the direction of the current. They are in the same direction. If F1 is the force on the inner solenoid, so this experiences a force of F1. So this experiences a force of F1, and F2 be the magnetic force on the outer solenoid. So this one experiences a force of F2 due to the inner one. Then which are the following options are correct? First of all, let me tell you that in a solenoid, when a solenoid is consisting of large number of circular loops, okay, which are placed in uniform magnetic field. Uniform magnetic field. So it does not experience any force. Okay, so because they are in the form of circular loops, so because we know that if there is a conductor like this, and suppose that current I is flowing through this, and suppose the length of the conductor is L, if I place this in a magnetic field which is pointing into the plane of the paper, and the magnetic field is B, then the force experienced by this current carrying conductor is given by the formula IL cross B. It is the cross product of these two vectors. B is into the paper, so it is vertically downward, and IL I have drawn like this. So IL cross B is like that. So IL cross B is like this, the force will be in this direction. So in this particular case, In this particular case, the force will be like this. This is the direction of the force. Now, what happens in case of a circular loop is that because of symmetry, the forces will cancel out. So that means the net force on a loop, if I have a loop, then the net force experienced by this is 0. If it is 0, then if I see the options, then both this or that, both the forces will be 0 because it is a circular loop. So it will not experience any force. This is 0 and this is also 0. That means the force experienced by the inner solenoid is F1, that is also 0, and the force experienced by the outer solenoid F2, that is also 0. That means the force F1 is equal to F2 and that equals to 0. If I see the options, then option 1 is the correct answer to this question. Both the forces will be 0. Okay, because it is made up of loops. So in case of loops, the forces will be 0. So this is the answer to this question. Okay, thank you.